Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Rosie.
And I'm Shorty.
And this is Skate Sunday. Thanks for joining us.
What's going on?
Welcome back. You know you love us.
You miss us?
Yeah, of course they do. They better.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Subscribing, sharing. We appreciate you.
Yeah, and if you're not subscribed yet, you should do so. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Shorty, I'm so excited for our brand new sponsor.
Two Theas is now sponsoring Skate Sunday. You may remember them from our Two Theas episode. Make sure you go watch it, and definitely go to their website and get some apparel, home goods.
Yeah.
Just like some earrings. I got the cutest little bottle cap earrings, and they just had this beautiful painting of a lady inside of them. They're just so dainty and cute. Check them out.
Yeah, go to tuthiaskate.com for yours today. And also, I'm going to their East Coast Scramble. So if you want to come see me, I'm going to be at the East Coast Scramble.
Hey.
And it's going to be so much fun, and it's mainly focusing on BIPOC skaters. So check it out. Get your ticket if you haven't already. It's called the East Coast Scramble. It's happening in Massachusetts, and you can find out more information on their Instagram at tuthiaskate. And don't forget, we have a Patreon, so if you want to become a patron of the show, our link is in our show bio and in the description below, so check that out.
Support the show. Just $1. Come on. You got $1.
You ain't got that? Let me see your pockets.
Really excited for who we have today.
Yeah, who we got?
We got Last Supper on today.
The Last Supper skates?
Last Supper.
Hell yeah. So, we stood up late and we had a little girl sleepover party.
We did, right here on this couch.
So
just picture us in our comfies
and our jammies,
eating seltzers, having a grand old I think we had a charcuterie board that night.
Yeah, we did a little fucking charcuterie board, and just eating food and watching skate videos. That's all we were doing. And we came across Last Supper and their skate videos, and they have some of the most incredible skaters, first of all. And just some skaters we really look up to.
Yes.
And I'm just so excited to get to know them more as a company, and just how they came to be.
Yeah, and they just came out with some brand new wheels that are for street skating, park skating. For people that usually buy skateboard wheels, it might be a good option for you if you're a quad skater interested. Yeah. And they talk, I'm excited to ask more about that.
We're going to welcome them in right now. We're not even going to waste time. Welcome, Last Supper.
Hi.
Hello. Cool. Hey. Hi. How are you?
Doing well.
Thanks for meeting with us.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Hey. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. If you can, just introduce yourselves, your names, your handles, and your pronouns.
Yeah, I'm Shan Hernandez. My Insta handle is Shan, so that's Shan 3 times. And there's I think 5 underscores. You'll be able to find it.
And I'm LJ Salazar. My handle is at LJ from LS. So pretty simple. Straight to a Last Supper.
That's what's up. So we have LJ and Shan.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Our actual my pronouns.
It's
a complicated topic. Every day, every minute, I just feel different. So sometimes I just go with LJ or they, them, or she, he. Anything fits fine for me, honestly.
And I'm just she, her. Yeah.
Well,
and then I don't know if you guys want the Last Supper handle, Skate Last Supper, but we just go by Last Supper. A lot of people just say Skate Last Supper, but the company name is just Last Supper.
Well, we're so excited you reached out to us because we feel we're very aligned as far as what our mission is. So go ahead and tell us what the Last Supper origin story is and what made you come up with this.
Yeah, so the origin story is basically a lot of our friends were moving to skateboard wheels instead of roller skate wheels. They just wanted that hardness where it's still a small wheel, so that they can like land all the tricks that they were trying to land without any wheel bite. And then I also noticed while they were moving to skateboard wheels that whenever they had them on their chucks, it was just like popping off in the middle of the sesh. Like you could literally just like see it flying, and the nut is like, I don't know, they can't even find it anymore. So I just thought like, hey, like this is definitely a market that needs to be filled. So I just thought like, hey, why don't we just make roller skate wheels that are like skateboard wheels made by roller skaters, so that we can keep like everything within the community, so we can support our community, so we can support our skaters. And also I wanted to go ahead and fix those dimensions so that the skateboard wheel, so that the wheels won't fall off the trucks anymore. So we went ahead and fix those dimensions, did like smaller size wheels like the millimeter, and we kept that hardness. So that is the origin story of Last Supper.
And eventually making wheels also turned into building a team that kind of represents us and our values and our company values and stuff. We're clearly people of color. She's Afro Hispanic, I'm Latino. So growing up and being LGBT and just being minorities overall, growing up and being a woman, you don't really, we're older. So back in the day when we were growing up, you wouldn't really see that, and I don't want to start anything, but I do want to point out that sometimes we get turned into tokens and we don't want that to happen. So we want our team to literally be a representation of us, so people can see it and see that a whole team can be built like this and it works. You don't just have to have one of each for things to be fine. We can mix them all, we can have them all, and it's going to work. And we also wanted to have a team with people that are at different levels, because there's people that are still in their beginner stage. There's still people in their middle stage. There's people that are advanced and they're still growing. But I just think it's important to have a team that kind of represents all of that too, because you don't want a company to have like one specific image. Like our image is street skating, but we want people to come on our page and be like, oh my gosh, I Esteban really fits my style. Like I want to look at that. Oh my gosh, Odalis also, like I want to follow them, so we're just trying to mix it up a little,
But as far as the skate team goes, it's just like, I just love watching the videos, and it is a skate team that doesn't look like any other skate team, and it just feels like so inclusive. And they are all completely different style skaters. Like they don't skate like each other. They're not trying to skate like each other. And that's the most beautiful part about it. It's just like you could really see their personalities through the videos.
Yeah. And honestly, that's something we really emphasize with our team. Besides making great quality products for roller skaters, we consistently remind our team, we're making a space like at the table with us, but be yourself and stick to yourself.
Stay authentic.
And like we said, we have all stages. So we remind them all the time, don't look to what your teammate is doing and think that you need to be at that level, because everyone's on their own journey, and sometimes I'm not a roller skater, but I film roller skaters, and I've been filming roller skaters for like about a year now. So I have a different perspective because I do not roller skate. So even with filming, I think because I'm not a roller skater, I can see things from different angles, So to me, as a non-roller skater, it is really important to always be showing all stages of skating and all styles. Like, obviously, you're going to skate with your friends or be skating with your team. So you're going to pick up things in there from your teammates because, growth, like tell your team, hey, your teammate, hey, maybe do this different to help elevate you, etc. But keep your style, and that it kind of goes back to being minorities and LGBT and etc., where sometimes we always felt like we had to fit a certain mold or change ourselves to fit something. So that is something we want to be seen in our team, that we really do push them to be themselves at all times.
I just want to say that I really, really, I'm really digging Last Supper, like so much. Like
Thanks.
I'm kind of like trying to hold in my excitement. Like the other day, we had like a little sleepover and we were up late, like eating, drinking, and just watching, the videos y'all have on YouTube, and we're just like,
Oh, thank
yeah,
you. Thank
I
you.
love that.
like Cheeto
That's our
Crunch,
mission.
Cheeto
Yes,
Crunch.
and it was so funny. Like, that night we were at Play Cup, and then we didn't even plan on skating. And Esteban's like, "Hey, can you like meet me at this one spot? I just like want to film this like quick clip, like on a ledge." And then somehow like Chloe was like, "Hey, like, what are you guys doing?" Like, I was
By
out
the
at a
way,
bar.
it's like 1 a.m.
Yeah, literally. And she's like, I'm out at a bar, but they're leaving. We're like, oh yeah, come meet up. We're at this like spot. And then I don't even know how
Ashley was like an hour away in another city in California, and she drove down to meet us at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So it was just like the
That's
perfect
beautiful.
mixture and the right energy, because I think it was Friday night, Blade Cup.
Yeah.
We're exhausted. We've
Yeah.
already been working it
Yeah.
like 3 days at that point. So I think it was just the perfect mixture of
It was just
exhaustion
it was
and
so
fun.
organic. We weren't even doing like tricks. We were just like silly,
Like vibing, just going off the vibes,
around. I love that
I
you love
love
that,
that.
because it was the silliest session that I've ever had.
And I feel like, I don't know if it's my algorithm, which I doubt, but it's like I can't go 2 seconds without seeing a Last Supper skater or seeing like your branding or anything. Like I could just be in your algorithm, but I want to say y'all just out
Let's
here.
keep
Like,
you there.
I just
though.
want to
Let's keep
say,
you there.
I just want to say, yeah, out here, like, and it's just so exciting to see. I'm just like, ugh, I'm just like rooting for y'all so
Thank
much.
you.
And where I hope to skate, with all of your team members and like meet y'all one day. Like,
Thank
it's just
you.
really exciting, what y'all have going on. So from the beginning of Last Supper, was it always the intention of being a skate, like a skate wheel brand, or just like an overall skate brand?
Yeah, so the intention was to be like a skate wheel brand. Like we wanted to be like basically like the Spitfire of roller skating. But everything that's happening now is just like organically happening, and I don't know, it's just beautiful. It's so funny how like in life you plan for like one thing and like another thing may happen, but it just like falls so beautifully together. So I feel like now we've just turned into like a brand. We're like, people love the team, people love what we stand for. That wasn't like our first intention, but
At all.
Okay, here we are.
And just to give an update, we launched in February, and we had already been planning our company for a year. Like last year, Shannon and I sat down and we were like, okay, we want to do wheels. Let's be serious. Let's plan it all out. And let's give ourselves a year to see where we can go. Like we are those people that try to put it out there to manifest, So while we had already decided, it was in our 1 year plan that we were going to go to Blade Cup / Quad Cup in April, because it was the first one where they were officially adding like a roster for quad. So our wheels weren't ready because COVID was still a thing in well, it's still a thing, obviously, but
Yeah.
Even more so in the manufacturing world, like everything was just completely delayed. So at that point, we sat down and we're like, our plan is we have to launch 222. So what are we going to do? Our wheels aren't ready. So from there, it kind of turned into, we need to drop merch because we can't show up to Blade / Quad Cup with nothing, with just a table, like we had already paid to be there. And also, side note, we also kind of had a delay with our wheels because we're both Aries and we are just the type of people. I know it works though. It works.
Yeah.
We're just the type of people where we know our wheels represent us.
Yeah.
And we just really care about the community, that we just want the best. Mm-hmm. So you guys know how world works. Today, this is the best, but tomorrow something better comes out. So every time that our wheels were in production, someone would be like, something better came out, but it's gonna prolong you a few months also. Why not? You know, like we really want you guys to be writing the best stuff. And another thing is we really care about people's comments. It's not going to hurt our feelings to hear, oh, hey, this is going on with the wheel. Tell us. So the next time we can correct those things so we can keep producing the best things. You know, we're all about growth and consistently trying to better ourselves. So with Quad Cup, we're like, okay, we decided we're not going to have the wheels because we're going to make them better. So let's do merch. And that's kind of how it turned into like a merch brand for a little bit, you know? And then from there, we just started doing edits and people really like them. So we kind of fell into the media aspect of it
That was not our
too.
attention.
At
Like,
all.
The edit thing, yeah, I don't know.
Like at all.
More,
You know?
more, please. More, please.
Yeah.
Can I have some? Can I have some more?
Please.
But the apparel, like it's so cute. I love the color. Like those are my like colors, like the browns and the blacks.
We
Like
love that.
Yeah.
the design itself. Like I don't like a giant roller skate on a t-shirt. Like I'm just sick of seeing like
Yeah.
cheesy skate apparel.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I find myself getting more like skateboard apparel than like roller skate apparel. So
Yeah.
you're also opening that door for us too. So thanks for that.
And I love a good cohesive brand. Like I love when everything just like you could wear like Last Supper head to toe and it's just like it all goes together. It's one outfit. Like
Oh,
a
like
whole
this?
thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I literally
it's
live in
balanced
mine.
too. It's not too much. It's just the right amount.
It's
Like it's
not.
just y'all really okay. Y'all really
Well, we
doing some
hope-
shit over there.
Like we said, before we launched in February, we literally launched February 22 because it's 222.
2022.
2022. So triple threes means new beginnings. And that was kind of like our push. And like we said, we took basically, I think at that point, like 10 months of planning because we just really wanted to get everything together so it could somewhat be cohesive and easier for us to, you know, like Shan and I both still work full-time jobs and we're running this by ourselves.
Yeah.
And Shan edits everything. We both film like the edits. We film the team has stepped up and they've been filming their Instagram stuff because our other jobs have just been so chaotic. So it has been really crazy. And then our wheels finally dropped, I think like 9 days ago. So it's just been so much. And just even this year being able to add an international skater to our skate team, like that was a huge deal. Like we never imagined in our first year that we would be doing that, you know? And we've had a lot of great support throughout the way also, like I'm just going to call it Quad Cup because everyone knows that it's also a Blade Cup, but at Quad Cup, people were very welcoming. And I think it was also because of what you guys said, where everyone was coming and they're like, we're looking around and everything is like rainbow colors or really bright. And you guys are the only ones with dark colors or just white.
Neutral.
Yeah. And you know, like I'm someone, I like to wear men's clothes. I know there's other people, like I find it so silly that clothing has gender to it. It's so silly. But sometimes we just like to be in bigger clothes. We like to be at the park flowing freely or with tight clothes, whatever you want. But we just wanted to bring the option, just different options.
Yeah.
Because again, we were seeing that people were going to skateboarding companies to buy their cool ass clothes, to buy their wheels, you know, and we just wanted to bring it back to this community, you know, where we can invest it back into the community by creating more opportunities, creating events. We eventually, in a few years, when we can hire people, we want to hire skaters. We want to bring more opportunities to our sponsored skaters. We want to just be able to open doors and maintain them open, you know, like, I don't know. We do have a lot of plans and we just hope we're on the right path, you know, and as long as everyone keeps fucking with what we have to bring, that's all that kind of matters, you know.
I'm fucking with it.
We're fucking with it. When I tell you, like, we were up like late watching you, like researching y'all, just like what?
It was like
what?
girl
What?
sleepover hard. It was just the best night.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm really vibing with them, and I can't wait to have them on the
Yeah.
show. And I guess what I want to know is like, I want to know a little more about your skate scene. You know, like what's your skate scene like over there?
It's interesting.
'Cause you're down in Texas, right?
Yeah, we're
Yes.
in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, the skate scene. Everyone for the most part is you know, pretty supportive. But I just feel like it's, you know, anywhere that you live, there are like little groups and cliques. But for the most part, you know, we're all following each other. We're all like, you know, liking each other's videos, like commenting. So the skate scene, community wise, that's what it looks like. But as far as like the parks and everything, we have I think around like 6 or 7 parks within like maybe like an hour radius. So that's pretty good. You have like street sections, you have like a lot of bowls. And one thing I really like about Austin is it has a really like good, like gnarly, you know, just street skating like opportunities. There's a lot of like ledges, stairs. I don't know, it's just like a lot of like good, like grungy spots.
Is that what you meant by your question?
Yeah, like what do y'all usually skate?
I see a lot of videos at this like homemade skate park too.
Yeah, the DIY spot.
Candyland.
Yeah.
Oh, Candyland.
Candyland. Is it the one with like all the graffiti?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that one is like originally a Blader made skate spot.
Shout out to the Bladers
Shout
that,
out to the Bladers.
that built it.
You know, it's theirs. They built it. They left it open to the community. So I think it like kind of died down for a little, and then I'm not saying this in any way to like be like bragging about like, you know, what we did. But I think like us having like our photo shoot there and like doing our first edit there, it like brought a lot of people like back to that spot. And so like ever since like February, there's been more like skateboarders and like bladers going back to the spot and building it up.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah.
They've really added so many more additions. Like
they added like a quarter pipe, they added like a little spine, they added like just so many things there, like more rails. So I really love that because there was a rumor that it was going to get like demolished and it wouldn't be there anymore. But there's a lot of people showing up to that spot. So I definitely love that.
And adding to it, you know, and that's kind of something, not kind of, it's something we super love and respect out of the other sports like skateboarding and blading, because they do have a lot of history, you know. We're going to be learning a lot from them. So something we love is that they find spots and they really build and add to it. So that's something we also want to do in the future when we talk about like investing back into the community. Because right now, roller skaters, not that we're not giving back, but we're writing these places that bladers and skateboarders and I don't know, I think BMXers have some spots too that they build. And we also want to give our part back to the community where they're like, oh, like the roller skater community, they also help, you know? So
what are we bringing to the table? Yeah,
exactly. Because like they work hard, and we will say that they work really hard and they work fast. Like they build something, the next week you go, you can use it, and they do it right, you know? So we also want to be putting back into the community.
I think what I find so like beautiful, especially about that skate spot, because I've seen it, I just see what you're talking about. I've seen like your video and then how it's been added to, and you guys were in the magazine recently too, right? So what's so beautiful is that like y'all skate there's just obstacles there that I'm like, y'all just skate whatever. Like y'all don't, I guess, I don't know how to say this. Like, it doesn't have to be like a perfect box or a perfect this. Like, it's like, oh, look at this
No.
random rusty pipe. Let me let me skate it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, y'all fucking crazy. Like, yo,
And
wild.
dude, the other beauty of it is like our team here in Austin, I think now it's 5 of them, right? What's beautiful about it is it'll be like a rusty pipe, and we'll tell them like, okay, like, can anyone come up with anything with this? And all 5 of them will hit it different. And I find that so amazing because that is what skating is, you know, like, and honest, like our focus, Shan really fell in love with street skating, and I will always remember that day. It was a video of Moko that was playing like peak COVID times when we were at home, you know, when lockdown was going on for all of us. And the beauty of street skating is that, like, no matter where you take many people, they all hit a spot differently. And B, the creativity that just comes out of anyone, because it's really pushing you out of your comfort zone to be like, I'm here with this architecture. What am I going to do with it? You know, and it's just, I don't know. It's just really nice to see, like, as a filmer, like I really see an art form when I'm filming people skate, and like just the hunger and the want to grow, and like watching them like slam their bodies over and over, and the persistence of no, because sometimes, I mean, we don't want them to hurt themselves, you know, so we'll be like, hey, like maybe another day. But it's up to them to be like, no, like I know I can, and I'm going to. The same when we know that they can and they're a little bit nervous, and we're like, no, you know, we know you can. Like, do it. I don't know. It's just something that's like, I don't know. I can't explain it to you. It's just so exciting to see, and we just hope that we can capture it and really push it to. We always said like our main thing is, hopefully someone that's not a skater will watch our stuff and be like, oh man,
to want to skate.
like that's pretty cool. That's kind of different. Like, let me hop on that, you know, like let me go buy some skates, let me go shred. I don't know. So,
and I think for me, like with street roller skating, the reason why like I fell in love with it was definitely that you just look at the world in a different way. Like, I don't know about like you guys, whenever I'm out, I'll look at like a stair ledge or like a rail, and I'm like, oh, like that's a spot. That's a skate spot. Like, so it just makes you look at the world in a different way. And it's like so beautiful. And like some of the architecture that you see, you're like, that architecture, like, did they make it like just for us? Like, there's no way that that spot was not made for like a skater. Like, so that's what I love the most about street skating.
shout out to the construction workers that are skaters and low-key like throw in like spots.
I'm telling you,
dude, I feel that.
I think about it all the time, like especially in Florida. I feel like the construction is very when they're building it, they try to do everything they can to make sure you can't skate it, but we're just such like assholes where we figure out like it's a challenge now, like like we're like, yeah, like now this is a bumpy one. Like, we don't see it as like an anti-skate construction. We see it as like, ooh, a new fucking thing to ride.
Like, I just watched that Cheeto Crunch video. I don't even care anymore. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't even matter. Like, let's go.
We literally jumped a fence to get there. It was like, what was it? The courthouse? It was a courthouse.
Yeah.
So, and even that, like,
allegedly.
Not that I'm pushing anyone to do this, but there's just a thrill in it. Like, there's something exciting of like, hurry up, we have to go hit the spot before someone comes immediately. Like, let's bounce. And again, when people come, just be nice, guys. They're doing their job, you know, like to them to kick you out. They don't want to do it. Most of the time they're like, you gotta go. And I'm so sorry that I have to say this, you know, just be nice to them. They're doing their job, but hurry up and get that trick and bounce, you know, like, like do it. And honestly, most of the time, if you guys are nice to the security guards, they'll stand there and they're like, okay, you have 2 more tries, like hit it.
I
So-
love that.
They're just like, if you don't
Shout
fucking send it, I'm kicking you out right now.
honest, like we've honestly been very lucky, and I think what excites people the most is something we always get when people find out that we own a roller skating company is they immediately go to, oh, dancing, and they'll always do like the arms, and we're like, no, street skating. I don't know why. That's people. They're like, oh, like dancing. I'm like, no. But once we show them, like, that's the thing. If you hit me with the dancing, I'm gonna pull out my phone and show you what our skaters do. And guys, they're always like their minds cannot compute how roller skating that back in the day used to be known for dancing, and it still is. It's a part of the history of skating. But to see them be like what? How are they doing this on skates? And the reaction is always, but it's not like skateboarding where you can throw your board off and land on your feet. And we're like, exactly. So even with the security guards that sometimes ask us to leave, you can see it in their face that they're like,
wait, I gotta see
what are you doing? like I have to stay here and see what you guys are doing because it's so new, you know? So that's also pretty cool.
Oh, I love that.
I definitely relate to that, especially when the like signs say like no skateboarding or rollerblading, and you're like, I got quads.
Well,
And you're like,
I'm not on the list, though.
I'm not on the list. And sometimes they're like, is this, I don't know how to feel. Like, they're just like, do I kick them out? I don't know. So that's awesome. I feel like on my whole world is Instagram, but I feel like we're trying to figure out like what to call this category of skating. And I think I know some people call it like aggressive quad skating, or there's another name people call it. Street skate? I don't know. Like, I don't know what to call it. Y'all have any idea? Like,
we just call it street skating.
We just call it street skating.
It's just hard because everything is just like super new, you know, and it can change. So I think street skating just like fits. When I hear aggressive, like
aggressive quad skating.
Yeah, because even for like, I understand where you're coming from because in the beginning we didn't really know either.
No.
So I would change. I would say aggressive or street, and then I kind of noticed that aggressive people that do not skate, they were thinking derby.
Yeah, it's like weird.
And they're like, oh, you mean like smashing and stuff? And we'd be like, well, you're smashing your body to concrete, but no, not like that. So we just feel like everything is so like we're such a new company where we literally just turned 6 months.
Oh.
If you guys figure it out, let us know because we're also just like maneuvering through. Yeah, we can. Lately, honestly, I've been seeing like with quotes real street skating. Like in the past week, I've seen a few people posted like that. But I think it would just be street skating, no? Because whether you're doing it at a park or out in the streets, it's still street skating.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't expect to have an answer. It was just a food for just something to think about.
It's an
like
open conversation.
Yeah, open conversation.
Me being an Aries trying to find an answer.
Yeah, comment below what do you call it? Comment below if you have any. Yeah,
make something
update us.
Yeah.
Let us know.
So what's next for Last Supper?
Oh, there's a lot.
A lot. We have a lot of like projects that we're working on. We can't say.
Keep an eye out.
So the slide blocks are coming out. Is that what you're saying? The slide.
No,
that's not like a lot. Honestly, like Brunny has the best slide blocks like in the industry right now. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like it shouldn't even be.
Shout out to our sponsors.
We love Brunny.
No, we're gonna leave that alone. But I think what we're gonna continue to focus on that we can say is our wheels. We're gonna work on different shapes. We're gonna work on different sizes, like
different hardness.
And we're hoping to like even have like a pro skater on the team, like in the future. Definitely want to have a pro wheel out there too. So I'm manifesting that and putting that in the universe. So definitely those are some of the things that we have in the future for Last Supper. Yeah.
And just, I really feel like our company is both. It's like Last Supper, the company, and Last Supper, the team. Like, if there's something Shan and I really pride ourselves in, is we just really want skaters. Like, our long-term goal is to create, like, when we say opportunities, it's not only like working within our company or designing or etc. or being sponsored, where our goal is eventually in the future to pay our sponsored skaters. Obviously, it's going to start off really small, but their goals to have, you know, like start slowly, build up to there. Like, we know it's going to take years, but it's worth it. It's worth the battle of figuring it out and getting there. And we really want anyone that writes for us, we really push them to try to open opportunities with other sponsors. Yeah. And if there's something, if I have the opportunity to talk to someone from another company, I'm going to talk to them about our skaters too, because we believe in them so much, you know. And street skating, it's really grown this year. Like, it's been amazing to see the growth and development of it. And we can't wait to see how it continues to grow, because it's really exciting. We want to create where people in the future can say, oh my gosh, I have longevity in roller skating, where I'm devoting all my time and passion into it, and like something can come out of it, you know? Because at the end of the day, you guys are athletes. You guys are doing really crazy stuff that other people aren't doing, you know? So I don't know that I do know that is one of our.
It's an art form that needs to be taken seriously, for sure. And like skateboarders, they get paid for it. They have like, you know, their pro models and everything, and they make a living off of it. So we definitely want that for roller skaters. 1,000.
Like we do for sure in our somewhere, and in our 5-year goal is to have a pro line where people are making money off of it, you know, their royalties for their skating and whatnot. And again, something that we want is, please tag us, please send us your videos and stuff. Again, street skating is so new. Instagram is massive. The algorithms are freaking weird. Yeah. So a lot of the times we lose a lot of people and we can't see them and we can't find them because the algorithm is so weird. So we want to see you guys street skating. Like, hit us up. We want to see it. You know, like, we're so stoked. Our team renews every year, so we're always on the lookout to grow our team also. So
hold on, let me get my skates. Wait.
Yeah. No, watch this real quick.
Wait, watch this.
Can you watch
look at the streets, guys. Let's
Look
go. And guys, like, if anyone sees that we're in your town or something, most of the time we love to go out skating and filming and stuff. If you guys see us in your town, again, first off, I'm going to make it very clear. Shan and I, we somehow fell into a company that is run by social media, and we're both people that were never into social media before.
No.
So
ironic.
So we literally are saying this. Like, don't think we're ignoring. We're just older, and we're also just we're learning so much. My page, LJ from LS, I film, and this is me being like honest. I get nervous, and I get nervous to post what I film if it's not through Last Supper, because sometimes I feel like I'm overstepping a boundary because I'm not a roller skater. You know, like I'm just someone that's filming roller skaters. And I feel like a lot of the times I get in my own head of, oh, should I post this or should I not post this? And then I'm like sitting on so many clips, and I just get overwhelmed sometimes with Instagram that I'm just like, I'm just fine running the company page, you know? So we're maneuvering a lot. Shout out to KV and Ashley,
Yes.
our
KV from
team
Miami.
members.
Yeah.
Guys, they've taught us so much about social media. Like KV and Ashley are always like, hey,
you should do this. Like, I read this recently about the algorithm.
they'll send us articles and stuff like that. So we're just literally figuring out how to maneuver like this, and how many people are on Instagram and how many skaters are out there that we're not seeing, you know?
Yeah.
So please, hopefully people out there feel comfortable DMing us or something, just so we can pay attention to who's out there, you know? Like, we literally, I'm so hungry for other skaters, watching people's progress, their growth, because sadly my algorithm right now is everyone that I love. I'm not saying I don't want to see them anymore, but
I get you.
I know there's people out there, and I know there's a lot of people out there that we're not seeing, you know? So
I think Last Supper is really drawing people in, though, because I would like to defend you on the being a non-skater part. Because I think that you're filming off skates is bringing a vibe back that is very like early skateboarding videos. Like, I'm thinking like when I used to watch them like with my boy cousins and like watch all those, like it really does bring it back to those times and like what street skating is. And I think that that is like a really good benefit that you have being off skates, because it's not easy to skate us flying around. How do you follow us? Like,
I'm running,
skating from, you're running, you're in one place, like how? So that's like a really, like, you got to do extra thinking, and I think that's coming through in the videos 100%.
Yeah.
So don't,
thank you.
You belong.
Thank you so much.
I didn't even notice you wasn't on skates filming that, because like
I'm running.
Wait,
I was like,
it is.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
out. I'm running.
And then I'm trying to film on skates and I can't even do it. So I'm like, that's just LJ's.
I can totally relate to that. I am a filmmaker myself, but I like when I go to bring out the camera while we're skating, I'm like, man, I don't want to work right now. I want to skate. Like,
that's fine. I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
No, yeah, thank you so much. And shout out to the team, because oh my gosh, they move fast, and I lost, honestly, I think I lost a good like 15-20 pounds from running.
Yeah,
but I'm not even thinking about it because I'm thinking about the shot. So wait, is the team making me work out without me knowing it?
oh my god,
you know. But yeah,
we're gonna see you on a really Segway.
Excited.
Like,
I know, right? Like, attach the camera to it so I can do it. No, dude, we're just so excited. And to be honest, like, just even going back on our 1-year plan that we had for this year, we're kind of past it. Yeah. And it's been really nice because out of nowhere, it just happened so fast. Where honestly, I'm pretty sure in the moment, we didn't know what was happening because it was just so crazy. And it's just kind of weird because we're sitting in our apartment and some days we're like, wait, is this really happening? Like, people we used to talk about, people that we looked up to, we're filming them, we're working with them, they're like, we're doing collabs, like we're like these opportunities, just even being on your podcast, like that's crazy to us. Like, we never thought we would be here. And honest, when we started our company, we had decided that we didn't want to be the face of our company.
Yeah, we didn't want anybody to know who we were. Like, when we first made the page, I like followed everybody in our community, and everyone was like, who is this? Like, who's behind this? And they were like asking each other. And like, I just like did not want to say like who it was, because that's not the point of Last Supper. I just don't care. Well, now I feel like people, they have to know who they're buying from. So they want to know who's behind it. So yeah, we're in the forefront now. We're having interviews. We're doing, we're just putting ourselves out there so that people can get to know us. But I just felt like that wasn't the point. And I didn't want anybody to focus on like who we were, because we are like, brown, like women, we're queer. And I feel like sometimes that gets like lost in translation. They're like, oh, I only want to support them because they're Black, or they're queer, or they're like Latina. But I really wanted people to focus on like our products, like the things that we're putting out there, the media, like our skaters. So yeah, I just kind of forgot like where I was in the front, but yeah.
And that was something that was one of the first learning curves that we had, was that we really wanted it to be about our product and about our team and about the community. And for us, the wake up call was at Quad Cup and the importance of representation.
Yeah.
So people started asking, like, hey, who's behind it? Like, who are the owners? Like,
Who am I like messaging?
yeah,
Like,
who am I messaging on Instagram, you know? And we started seeing like people just get so excited when we would say it was us, where they'd be like, you guys are queer, you guys are like minorities, like, yes, like we love it. And it's just, it is important, you know? And like we said, we don't want to be the face of our company. This first few years, we're gonna be, anytime we get invited to something, we want to grow this community, we're gonna say yes because we care and we want people to see that there's people like us out there. We can do anything we put our minds to, you know, and with our hard work and all of that. Fuck, dude, why do you get lost so easy?
It's just like I can, from just like what I can see is that y'all have so much love for this company that it's just like bursting out of your heart. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
"Ah, I love it."
And that's what makes it hard, because it's like,
yeah.
it's like a picture represents like a million words. That's how I feel. And I just, my brain goes in Spanish and English because it's so excited to want to say everything.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's all we have. We have love and like
Dedication.
and dedication.
Yeah.
We never want, like, our goal never is to exclude anyone. Like, we know we are very street specific, but we're being street specific. I want to point this out because we're being street specific because we can focus all of our attention on it,
One thing.
on one thing, and produce the best
Mhm.
for what they need.
Mhm.
Because we want this community to be really happy with us, because we don't want to add bull or other wheels and then people be like, oh, you're losing focus and now the quality has gone down on everything, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I can respect
So-
that. Like very thought out, well-meaning, like more focus into things. Like we're so detail oriented. Like we
Yeah.
love that shit. Like
And we got full-time
Yeah.
jobs too. Like, you
Mhm.
know, you got to really put your efforts where you want it to go and not just like dabble in everything and put like kind of half measures into it. So I
Exactly.
appreciate that energy.
so the last question I have is just with Last Supper, like why Last Supper? I see a lot of the eyes and like the godly representation, like, you know, your holinesses. So what's the meaning behind all of that?
There's a lot. It's so funny because we were trying to come up with like a name for the company, and we were like between like so many things. We actually like found this one like sheet of paper where we had like a million names on it. But I just like looked at LJ one day and I was like, Last Supper, and we looked at each other and we were like, oh shit, that kind of like sounds cool. Like, I don't know, it was just like something that was like so like, you know, like you think of the Last Supper with like Jesus and everything, and we're queer, like, you know, I just feel like we're the
It's kind of cheeky, you know,
Yeah,
like
I like
the
that.
whole
Mhm.
like thing. So we're like, oh, we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna, I don't know, we're playing the devil's advocate here. But it's like back to what I said like earlier in this interview, where like, you know, you create one thing and like, you know, other things fall into place like after. So we did get a lot of questions where people were like, hey, like, what does Last Supper mean? And in the beginning, I was like, honestly, it just like meant nothing. But like our team skaters were like, you can't say that. Like, you can't just say like it means nothing. So I like actually sat down and I thought about it, and I was like, that's so funny that I chose that name without even like realizing, like, you know, Last Supper is all about, you know, bringing our own like vision like to the table within like, you know, the roller skate industry. There's nothing like what we're doing, so we just wanted to bring our own, you know, ideas. We wanted to bring like people of color to the table, skaters who are like overlooked. We wanted to bring all of that and give people opportunities. So that's what Last Supper is about. It's just, and
it was just like, because our team kept being like, what is it? So even one of our friends had ordered from us and we went to deliver it to her. And she was like, guys, stop lying. You guys named it Last Supper for LJ, and Shan. That never crossed our mind.
Oh, fuck.
Never
why you had to do that? My brain.
It chose you.
Sometimes shit is just divine. It's just divine energy, some shit.
And that we were 2 months in already and we were like, what? And then the other thing was, something from the beginning is we always said, like, we need to make our space in the table. And when we say our, we're not speaking Shan and LJ specifically. We're speaking for everyone that's like us.
Anybody who's misrepresented or like doesn't have the opportunity to be seen. Like, we want to give those people an opportunity and bring them, to our table if they're not, invited to the table. We have our own table.
Because I don't want to make it a thing, but we just understand things differently than other people can, And again, we just really want to bring our own table at this point.
Yeah,
just bring your own fucking table. Make
everyone
the table.
Come sit down. Everyone just bring your food.
Yeah.
And like another thing, my sister was also like, so why Last Supper? Like, honest, because people know us, so they know we're not religious, and they're like, why Last Supper? And my sister was like, be honest, is it because it's like the last thing you want to be doing? Like,
you want to be at the table with your friends skating. Like, this is like the last thing on earth that you want to be doing. Like,
so I was like, okay, there's like a play on different things,
And Jesus was bringing all his homies. He was like, I got 12 of y'all, and whoever's invited is invited. Like,
and Jesus here is our wheels. So. But yeah, I don't know. Last Supper. We want Last Supper to be what you want it to be, what it represents for you, because you guys are the ones skating our stuff, so let us know. Let us know what y'all think, what Last Supper means to you, And
I will go on the eye. So it's basically like the all-seeing eye. It's like kind of like the protector. It's warding away like any evil or like just like bad vibes that people may like put onto you. So that's basically what the eye is.
And there was it's something that means a lot to me because my sister's married to someone that's Middle Eastern. So my niece and nephew are Middle Eastern, and the evil eye is something that's so important to them and their culture, So I've known my brother-in-law since I was, I think, 10 or 11. And it was something that his family and him would always have around his house. And we just wanted that for when you guys are skating, there's no bad vibes. You're being protected. You're skating, doing your thing, keeping the evil vibes away. And that's kind of where the eye came from also. So I don't know, just a mixture of different cultures because that is what we are.
That's what we are, yes.
Well, I'm so excited to see what comes up next. And I feel like we're kind of like growing together. Like we kind of started around the same time. So
we're like, same month.
Holding hands together, like doing this.
Let's go.
We're out here for each other.
Yeah. What's the best way that if people want to support you, y'all's company, like they can support you?
The best way would just be either watch our videos. If you do have the money, buy our wheels, try them out, buy our merch. But if you can't do that, we totally understand. Like, just follow us.
Where can we buy your merch?
SkateLastSupper.com. We have a link on our Instagram. It's like a link tree, and it'll say shop, so you can definitely go there.
And honest, something. Shan and I really aren't in this to make money, and we're not. So we really try to price all of our things at really affordable prices compared to the quality. So we will always do high quality at great prices. That is our goal, because man, it's expensive out here, like this hobby is expensive. So we want to be like, we want you, if you can, and if you choose to spend your money with us, we want you guys to grab the things and be like, oh my God, it was so worth it. Like our wheels, a 4-pack is $40. We're staying competitive with the skateboarding prices. Why? Because we really formulated it's the top formula urethane that you can have, like,
yeah, tell us a little, go through the product description.
Like we shaped it specifically for you guys. The classics will make you more agile. They're 52s right now. Hey, in the future, if we hear that people are like, I would feel more comfortable on the 54, 53. Yeah. We care. So please let us know. So we are putting the stuff out there that you guys want and need, We're starting with 52s. We have the golden Last Supper manhole cover. On the inside, we have the Last Supper core. If you guys want to take off the print, whatever, do it. Customize it how you want it. If you want to dye them, do it. We're all for it. We love seeing everyone's own personalities, And like I said, we really care about the comments of, oh, you guys are starting off with 99. We started off with 99. Can you explain why?
Yeah, we chose the 99 Duro because we just didn't want it as harsh on our knees, because hard wheels are hard for our knees, whether we like it or not. So we just wanted to go with something that is a little bit softer, but still has that hardness that you need for street skating.
And we also did a specific treading. So when people receive it, it kind of looks like how you're used to seeing grooves on your wheels. Mm-hmm. Ours do not have that. They're
a rough patch. It's called a stone ground finish, so it's basically already built in for you, so you don't have that slipperiness of a new wheel.
Less break-in time.
No break-in time.
No break-in time.
It's
just ready to go.
It's ready to go. Ready to go on the street. Yeah. So again, $40 with a lot of high quality aspects to it. And why? Because we care. We wish we could lower the price, but this is the best we could do with everything we added to it. It's really high quality, high premium urethane. We thought, again, thinking specifically for street skaters, the stone ground finish is when you go on the street, you will have no traction, so you don't lose your speed or momentum or anything when you're street skating. And even KV, you guys know KV. Mm-hmm. Wow. KV immediately said, I don't get wheel bite with anything. And that was one of his complaints with his other wheels, was that he would consistently get wheel bite. We thought of all these things specifically for roller skaters. Mm-hmm. And that is one of the perks of buying your wheels from us, is we genuinely are thinking about y'all completely.
We're putting a lot into the thought process. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And I just want to thank you all again for joining us and for having this company and just all the work that you're doing over there. If people want to find you, where can they find you?
They can find us on our website, skatelastsupper.com. We designed by this genius over here. All editing and website design.
And Instagram posting.
And Instagram posting, couldn't do it without Shan. Honestly, y'all know, working full time, being able to have our company. There's days that we sleep 3 hours because it's your part time, whatever free time you have. So please check out our website. Even if you don't buy anything from it, just go check it out to make it worth the time that we don't sleep, skatelastsupper.com. Our Instagram is also skatelastsupper. You can find us there. We're always posting there. Message us, talk to us, let us know your thoughts on whatever.
And you can also find us on YouTube. I think it's just Last Supper. Just put skate, Last Supper roller skating, because
if not, you're gonna get all the Jesus stuff.
Yeah.
We just want to thank y'all so much for everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again. It was really exciting to get a message from you guys. We never heard of you, and like I said, we're just growing together, and it's cool. I'm really excited about Last Supper.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're fans. We're rooting for you.
Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And like, thanks for the support.
Wow, what a great time it was speaking to them. I just feel like I've learned so much.
Yeah, it's giving me a lot of like good feelings inside to know that there are very, conscious skate companies out there that do listen to their skate community and like what's not out there. And
And just the care, like the love and care that they put into it is just incredible. Like you don't see that often with skate brands, and they're not trying to just like, oh, let's try so many, like let's throw a bunch of shit at the wall that we don't believe, like we half believe in, like they're like, this is us and this is what we're doing, like like they're taking the time to really manicure what they're trying to do. And that's so special, and so like you don't see that.
Yeah, they're listening to the skaters more importantly,
Of
which
course.
is just like so beautiful.
Yeah, but it's like hand in hand. They realize that early on, which is so good, that like they need the skaters just as much as we need them. Like it's one. So that's all the time we have for today. If you're looking for me, you can find me at Rolling with Rosie.
You queer and you single and you want to hit me up, you can find me at Hey Shorty with 3 Y's and 2 underscores.
If you're looking for us, you can find us at Skate Sunday. Thanks for watching and listening.
Bye.
Bye.